Greetings and salutations, Ravage Rider here. I'm so excited to bring this video to you guys. Let's ride the Harley Davidson Livewire. This is a motorcycle that's intrigued me ever since I first heard about it. Now, Harley Davidson isn't the first to bring an electric motorcycle to the market, but they're probably the largest, most world recognized brand to do so. And for that, they have a lot riding on their shoulders. Let's get right into it. I made arrangements at my local Harley Davidson dealership to test ride the Livewire. If you're able to, go visit Barnes Harley Davidson in South Edmonton. I was very pleased with my experience here. And this is the motorcycle I'm going to ride. This is the 2020 model. A quick Google search shows that the Livewire has 105 horsepower and 86 foot-pounds of torque. But what really surprised me is that it only weighs approximately 550 pounds. This is way lighter than I was expecting. A young, small female wheeled the bike out the doors for me effortlessly. This motorcycle has a lot of high-tech wizardry built in. To start the motorcycle, you must have the wireless key fob in proximity. You must be seated on the motorcycle and have the kickstand up. Then the screen will tell you to press the ignition button. At this point, the motorcycle whirs to life. This, of course, is a fully automatic motorcycle. For everyone stating all of the power is instantly available, it is not an on-off switch, and I was pleasantly surprised at how docile and easy to ride the Livewire is at low speeds. In fact, for a commuter motorcycle in stop-and-go traffic, I cannot think of a better motorcycle and drive system. There are 4 drive modes: normal, sport, rain, and eco. For the test ride, I put it in sport and I never looked back. I didn't spend enough time with the motorcycle to see how the other modes differ, but I'm sure they function as one would expect. I mentioned earlier that it's an automatic, but it's not like a car. When you're at a red light in the car, you have to hold the brake pedal to stop forward momentum. Take your foot off the brake and you start moving forward even without applying throttle. Not so with the Livewire. When you're stopped at a red light, the Livewire is now in neutral. You don't have to hold the brake. Want to move forward? Simply twist the throttle. Like magic, the Livewire only does what you want it to. It's very smart and intuitive, so much so that I actually had to think twice about how to ride my Bonneville afterwards. I have ridden quiet motorcycles before, but not like this. You can still hear the whir of the motor, of course, but it's the wind noise in my helmet that make the most noise during this test ride. The Livewire effortlessly cruises at highway speeds. I love the seating position. It feels very similar to my Honda CB650F. The Livewire feels very planted, and I do not feel like I'm being blown around by the wind, even though this is a naked with no fairing. And I absolutely fell in love with the modern digital dash. It's very simple and easy to read. I get my speed front and center, a clock in the upper left, tripometer in the upper right, and battery percentage / estimated mileage remaining at the bottom. I could seriously ride the Livewire all day. Well, only for about 2 hours before having to find a fast charging station, which takes an hour to charge, and that's crazy. So who is this motorcycle for, and can it be somebody's only motorcycle? Before I answer those questions, I want to mention, see I wore this shirt special. If you haven't already watched a Long Way Up TV series, I highly recommend you go do so. While it was not my most favorite adventure of theirs, it is still absolutely worth watching. In this TV series, Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman travel up through South America into Mexico and finally into Los Angeles, doing so on modified Harley Davidson Livewire motorcycles. Now, they traveled over 13,000 miles during this adventure, and yeah, on electric motorcycles. Now, what I noticed during the series is, especially at the beginning, they had lost a lot of time, days in fact, to charging the motorcycles. Hold that thought. Watch this. Wow, just wow. Okay, go out and buy this motorcycle right now. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, who's this motorcycle for? Well, considering the asking price, not everyone, definitely not me. I mean, this motorcycle costs more than my car, and I really like my car. But if we could ignore the cost for a moment, I think the Livewire is the perfect motorcycle for an urban daily rider. What I mean by that is traveling to work and back in stop and go traffic, and definitely weekend rides. That would be such a rush. I would go so far to say that this is the perfect motorcycle for pretty much anything requiring less than 200 kilometers a day. That's 125 miles for my American friends, purely giving you the opportunity to charge it overnight. So yeah, this could be someone's only motorcycle, even if that means giving up the long distance adventure riding, unless you're willing to account for multiple days spent charging the motorcycle. While I'm talking about charging, how could I not mention the batteries? Batteries have a limited lifespan. Of course, everything does, but batteries have a much shorter lifespan than, say, your standard motorcycle engine. Even then, engines can be rebuilt. Batteries, of course, can be replaced, but at a significant cost, I'm sure. So a short lifespan made shorter by extreme heat, also made shorter by extreme cold. So what does that mean for someone storing their Livewire for the winter in cold climates such as mine without a heated garage? Do you leave it plugged in? Does that shorten the lifespan even more? I don't know. And what about purchasing a used Livewire? You don't know how the previous owner treated the batteries. Another negative for me personally is that the Harley Davidson Livewire is already an end-of-life product. Harley Davidson has announced that the Livewire will become its own brand sold from a Livewire dealer, not from a Harley Davidson dealer, and there will be other Livewire models. Even if it's the same bike, it's just not the same. And this is where the Harley Davidson Livewire is so unique. Those that can afford the asking price likely have heated storage and likely have other motorcycles. And if you drive the Livewire, it's such a surreal experience. Maybe all the negatives don't even matter. When I came back from my test ride, I literally told the sales team that that was the single greatest motorcycle experience I have ever had. And that's really hard to put a price on. If you have the opportunity to test ride the Livewire, you owe it to yourself to do so. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.